Ensure internal purity of food. By taking a few simple precautions, one can ensure the internal purity of food. While taking meals, avoid using metal tablewares constantly used by others. Metal tablewares absorb bioelectric charges and retain these for longer periods. Hence, when taking meals at the residence of a person having different moral values than your own, it is advisable to avoid metal tableware. Metalwares easily collect large bioelectric charges from the persons using these for long periods. Though heat neutralizes such negative influence to a great extent, sometimes, after prolonged utilization, the accumulated effect becomes so strong that it is not removed even after repeated heating. The custom of using disposable biodegradable plates, saucers, cups, tumblers and pitchers prepared from leaves and pottery during community feasts, as advocated in the Indian culture, avoids such risks and also propagates an environmental-friendly healthy trend. Ensure internal purity of kitchen tools. Since fire heat neutralizes foreign bioelectric charges to a great extent, the environment around the kitchen, having burners and ovens, is naturally more purified. Hence, the area around the kitchen is a better place for taking meals. Besides, the external impurities like bacteria or insects too are less in the region where cooking fire is burning. Clothes too carry foreign deleterious bioelectric charges likely to affect the internal purity of food. It is therefore advisable to wear minimum clothes while taking meals. On account of frequent exposures to the bioelectric fields of different persons, face and hands and other exposed parts of the body are particularly susceptible to greater pollution. Besides, as mentioned earlier, the tips of fingers discharge and receive bioelectric current to a greater extent than other parts of the body. Hence, washing face and hands before taking meals safeguards the internal purity of food. Persons serving food items should not touch them with bare hands. Touching a liquid food is more risky as liquids absorb bioelectric charges faster than solid food. As far as possible, spoons and tongs should be used for serving the food. Self-prepared food has maximum purity. Next to it is the food cooked by morally compatible friends, relatives, well-wishers and persons having higher values of character. Knowledgeable persons engaged in pursuits of spirituality are particularly careful about the internal purity of their meals. Madame Blavatsky of Theosophical Society advises people to let very few persons handle their food and water containers. The cook and attendants should preferably be asked to partake their meals beforehand, lest their cravings become associated with the food being prepared or served. If required to share meals with persons having different values, one should preferably partake only dry food products, since these absorb little extraneous charges and also take a longer time in reacting to bioelectric fields. Milk or its liquid products should never be accepted for personal consumption from persons of unknown morality. These absorb bioelectric charges much more than water. Obstacles subtly retain impressions and traits of persons who come in their contact for long periods. Whereas the deleterious bioelectric charges of food grains and other edible products are purified by heating, if the latter have been forcefully or unethically acquired or received by begging, the charges associated with the feelings of their erstwhile rightful owners are not wiped out even after being subjected to heat treatment. Non-vegetarian food products can never have internal purity. Whatever external treatment an animal product is subjected to, it retains deleterious bioelectric charges produced by the stress and agony experienced by the animal when it was killed. The consumer of non-vegetarian food cannot escape the harmful psychological effects, such as stress of these residual charges permanently absorbed by the product. Even milk forcefully acquired from cattle carries such charges. Note: quite a few influences harmful for the internal purity of food can be effectively removed by power of will. Before picking up the first morsel, take a spoonful of water in the left hand and dipping the fingers of the right hand in it, sprinkle a few drops around the plates containing the food. Closing eyes, pray, "O God, please purify this food by removing from it all undesirable constituents and make it life-sustaining." Believe that your prayer has been answered and the food has been supplemented with nutrients for physical, mental and emotional health. A sincere prayer made in this manner renders food healthy by removing its many undesirable elements. Remembering the grace of God at the dining table also serves the same purpose.